Hello guys, welcome. This is Deepika from mytutorialrack.com, and in this tutorial I want to explain the most important file that we are going to configure inside of Cursor is the mcp.json file. The way to configure is you go over to Cursor, and I'm assuming you have opened the Cursor in the admin mode. This basically might be important for you because sometimes Cursor does creates issues while enabling the Salesforce DX server. It did it for me on my machine, so I'm not sure if it's going to do the same for your machine. Hopefully not, but if it does, just start the Cursor in an admin mode. Okay, so here you can see, click on this gear icon that you see on the top right hand side, click on that, and then click on this MCP link here that you see, and then click on that and new MCP server. The file I have added into the resources section, copy the contents of the file as it is and paste it over here in this mcp.json. Now this mcp.json can be present under the Cursor folder. Right now it's present under the C users username.cursor, or you can also add this mcp.json file per project as well. I have added under this main folder. It automatically got added over there, and so it's going to be applicable to all the projects. But if you want to do it project specific, you can do that as well. Okay, so the way to access this is you click on the settings here, click on the MCP link, add new server. If you want to disable any of these tools, all you need to do is just click on this disable button and it will disable those servers for you. Okay. And here, this is your MCP server. Now let's understand what this file talks about. Okay, so the first tag that you're using is the MCP servers, means which all servers Cursor can talk to. Okay, so I am configuring the first MCP server is of GitHub. The command that I'm using is npx to install that. And this is the server that I'm talking to. Okay, this is the server-GitHub. And then I'm also providing the access token for GitHub. So my GitHub's access token, okay, where do I want these classes to be added, under which GitHub account? I have provided the access token for that. This is a bad practice to do it. You should never configure your personal access token, your username, password in the mcp.json file. To keep things simple, I just added it over here. But usually you should never do that. You should do it under the environment into a separate file and let it read from there. Okay, so this is the first MCP server that I'm configuring is of GitHub because I want my code to get deployed to the GitHub account, and I wanted to push it over my whatever files that I'm created over to my GitHub account. That's why I have configured. The next server that I'm configuring is the Playwright one. So if you want to do any kind of automation testing, if you wanted to basically want the Cursor to launch the browser window and go over and open up your Salesforce org, enter the credentials, go ahead and create a test account and see if it's working fine or not. For that, you will use Playwright. Okay, so the command that is used is npx, and this takes in one argument, and this is your MCP server for the Playwright. Okay, so this is the second MCP server that I'm configuring, and the most important one is the Salesforce DX. And the command is again npx here, and these are all the different arguments that I'm passing. Now, what do you mean by these arguments? We are going to take a look at now. So the first argument that it is -y, then this is the Salesforce MCP DX server. Then the next one is --orgs. Now, what do you mean by --orgs? Basically, one or more orgs that you have locally authorized. So basically what I've given is which is the org I want Cursor to make changes into. So here in my Cursor, I've said make changes to the default target org, or you can provide another org here as well. I have provided the default target org as the parameter, which basically tells that, hey, Cursor, you're good to make changes to the default target org that I've configured, and it will make changes to that one. Okay, the next is the tool sets. So what does that mean? Basically, set of tools based on functionality that you want to enable. So which are the tool sets? Every tool belongs to a particular tool set. Okay, so which of the tool sets I want to enable, and this is not a required parameter that you need to pass onto there. dash tools. Now under each of these tool sets, you will have multiple tools. Now individual tool names that you want to enable inside of that MCP server. This is also not a required parameter. You can use this dash tools along with this dash tool sets to configure that, okay, this tool under the tool sets I want it enabled, and this all the tools under a particular tool sets I want to enable or not. Okay, so you can enable all tools in one tool set and just one tool in a different tool set also. So that is the dash tools argument does. Now, no telemetry. Now, this is a Boolean flag. It will either have the value of yes or no to disable telemetry. So if you wanted to disable it, no telemetry, you're going to set it to true. If you want to enable it, you're going to set it to false. The automatic collection of data for monitoring and analysis purposes. So basically, if you want to disable the automatic collection of the data for monitoring and analysis by the cursor, you're going to set the value for this flag. And this is also not a required attribute. Debug. This is also a Boolean flag that requests the DX-MCP server to print debug logs. If you want debug logs to be printed, you're going to use this flag. This is also not a required flag. So majority of the flags are not required. This is the main flag that is required because cursor needs to know on which org, or you can have 10 orgs you're connected to, but which of the orgs is he allowed to make changes to. That is what you're going to be using this argument to provide that. Okay. Next is allow non-GA tools. Now, some of the tools are available, generally available, and some of the tools are in the beta version, which is not available to the public. Okay. So when you set this flag, allow non-GA tools, this is again a Boolean flag, which basically allow the DX-MCP server to use both the generally available tools as well as non-generally available tools that are available in the tool sets or tools you specify. So if you want everything to be available to the cursor, GA as well as non-GA tools, you're going to set this value of this flag to true. By default, DX-MCP server uses only the tools which are marked GA, means they are generally available. Dynamic tools is a very powerful flag basically that enables, it is a Boolean flag that enables dynamic tool discovery and loading. Okay, so when this particular flag is specified, the DX-MCP server starts with a minimal set of tools, and then if it needs more, it will load it dynamically. Now, the benefit of that is basically it reduces the initial context size. More the context size, more money you will have to pay for that prompt to your model. Okay, because if you have provided, hey, look into this file, look into this tool, use everything. So you're increasing the context size. More the context size, more number of tokens will be used. More number of tokens will be used, more money you're going to pay to that. Okay, so you have to basically be cautious on how you are writing your prompt and what all in context you are providing. Okay, so this flag is useful for using the initial context size and improving the LLM performance. Dynamic tool discovery is disabled by default. So it is disabled by default, but you can enable it by setting up this flag to true. So this is your mcp.json file. So you can see here, use the same exact file, make sure there is no spacing errors, no tab errors. And once you do this, you should see under the MCP, these tools should get automatically enabled. Okay, so you'll see everything should be green. Even this Salesforce DX should be green. Everything should be green here. So you have total of 50 tools have been enabled, and these are all the different tools that are enabled. Similarly, 21 tools have been enabled here. This is for automation testing and for GitHub. If you wanted to push your files to the GitHub repository, this is the MCP server that Cursor is going to talk to. Okay, I hope this is crystal clear. More we will use this, we will understand it in a better way. I'm going to see you in the next video. Thank you.